I want to start this off by saying free N Jefe, man. Free the homie N Jefe to his backwards, man. Word, man. I'm saying they can't hold a real one forever, man. Free N Jefe. But if success measured by money, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Motion Talk Network, man. Today I want to talk about something that's been all over social media, and that situation is involving N Jefe, Whack 100, Spody Face, the GoFundMe discussions, and how people judge somebody's worth. You know what I'm saying? Because now before I get started, right? Let me say this, right? This isn't about picking sides, you know? This ain't about picking sides. This is about having a real conversation. Because too many people judge people today, you know what I'm saying, of social media. They you know what I'm saying? Too many people today judge a person's entire life based on what they see online. You know what I'm saying? If somebody get locked up, if somebody catch a case, if somebody goes through hard times, suddenly everybody becomes an expert. Everybody got jokes. Everybody got opinions. Everybody got something to say. But very few people actually know the full story, man. Actually know what's going on with N Jefe, man. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I keep seeing is people calling N Jefe broke, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not even going to say people. Whack 100. You know what I'm saying? Whack 100. You know what I'm saying? Calling N Jefe broke. Whack 100, you had a 30-year run in the industry, so you should have some millions, man. N Jefe out the feds, a pillar in the community. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he do. You know what I mean? And he, how we know he don't got the bread? You know what I'm saying? How we know he don't got the bread? You know what I'm saying? He got to keep his businesses afloat. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He the top guy out there. You know what I'm saying? He's a pillar in the community. So, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure he gonna get it right. Because sometimes you gotta play it like lawyer or bail. Lawyer or bail. Sometimes people don't got enough of both. But, you know what I mean? We don't even know the story. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I gotta ask, right? Though, besides that, is like, how do we define broke? Whack 100? How do we define broke, Whack? Because from where I'm standing, right, if a man spent years helping people in his community, helping families, helping kids, giving back, creating opportunities, then that's worth something, right? You know what I'm saying? Because and Jefe ain't make the GoFundMe. Spody Face took it, said on No Jumper. Y'all could go check that No Jumper episode out. Spody Face said out his mouth that he made the GoFundMe because, you know what I mean? He trying to help N Jefe get out of jail. He don't got the bread to bail N Jefe out. You know what I'm saying? So he took it upon himself to make a GoFundMe to try to get his fan base to help get N Jefe out. Or to get some of the bail money towards getting N Jefe out. Spody Face said that. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you can't measure every man's value by what's sitting in his bank account. Some people got money and never helped nobody. Some people got millions and never give back. Some people got fame and never reach down to pull somebody else up. But then you got people that become pillars in their neighborhood, like N Jefe. People who actually matter when real life happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that money can't buy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, now another thing, like, people be talking about is the fundraising. Like, from my understanding, supporters came together because they wanted to help. You know what I'm saying? And that's something we see all the time. When people care about somebody, they support. Athletes get support. Artists get support. Families get support. Communities get support. It's not unusual. What's interesting to me is, right, is how quickly people criticize support when it involves somebody they don't like. Whack. I'm talking about you in this situation. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't choosing a side. We just having a real conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, what's interesting to me is how quickly people criticize support when it involves somebody they don't like. People always say community until it's time for the community to actually show up. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, everybody got a problem with it. Now, let's talk about something bigger. The justice system, right? One thing I've learned in this life, right, is this. Being accused and being convicted are not the same thing. Let me say that again. One thing I learned in this life is that being accused and being convicted are not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why every person deserves the same opportunity to defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got courts. That's why trials exist. That's why evidence exists. And regardless of what side you're on, everybody should agree that fairness matters. Because if fairness matters for people we like, it has to matter for people we don't like too, whack. 100. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I look at social media, I see a lot of people turning serious situations into entertainment. Everybody chasing clicks. Everybody chasing views. Everybody chasing viral moments. But behind every headline is a real person, a real family, real children, real mothers, real fathers, real people affected by everything that's happening. And sometimes social media forget that. Now let's address another point. People saying somebody had a long run and should have more to show for it. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? That's a fact, maybe. But that's a fair conversation. But let's be honest. We've all seen athletes go broke. We've seen entertainers lose fortunes. We've seen business owners lose everything. You know what I'm saying? We've seen people have success and then hit hard times. Life happens. Nobody stays on top forever. And that's why I think we should be careful about laughing at people when they down, whack. You know what I mean? That ain't cool, bro. Gangster. The same people clowning somebody today might need help tomorrow. The same people making jokes today could be asking for prayers next year. Nobody knows what tomorrow holds. That's why I believe in showing respect. That's why I believe in showing grace. And that's why I believe in letting the legal process play out before we rush to judgment. At the end of the day, I hope truth wins. I hope justice wins. I hope families find peace. And I hope people remember that every situation is bigger than the internet. You know what I'm saying? This is Motion Talk Network, man. Dominati. You know what's going on? Where we have real conversation about real life. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And remember, a person's value isn't always measured by money. Sometimes it's measured by the lives they touched while they were here. You know what's going on when it's going on, man. Motion Talk Network. Dominati. From dirt to diamonds.